welcome to my channel, and today I will be showing you guys how to make this pan-seared chicken thighs with creamy white wine sauce. Stay tuned. Let's jump right into it. So this is the chicken thighs that we're going to be using. You do not have to use chicken thighs. If you want to, you can use chicken breasts, but I prefer chicken thighs over chicken breasts because chicken thighs are more juicier and they're more cost effective because they're way cheaper than chicken breasts. But if you prefer chicken breast, friend, go ahead and use your chicken breast, okay? But I'm using chicken thighs. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my chicken thighs, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take them out the container, and I'm going to start cleaning them. I'm gonna start washing them under lukewarm water, make sure I take off that excess bacteria and all that good stuff, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove some of the fat. They do tell you when cooking, fat is flavor, but you don't want too much fat in that food, okay? Because, baby, I don't know about y'all, but every other day I'm on a diet. I be trying to get sexy, okay? I want to be snatched. I want to look good. So sometimes, you got to take off the little excess fat so you don't have too much fat in that food so you can stay looking sexy, okay? All right, so I'm going to leave a little bit of the fat on there now because I still want it to have some flavor. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take some off as well. You do what you want to do. Baby, if you don't want to take it out, then leave it. If you want to take it out, then take it out. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy, baby, because that's your food and you the one that's going to eat it by yourself. Okay? All right. Next, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab a paper towel and I'm going to pat my chicken dry. And the reason I'm patting the chicken dry, like I always tell you guys, is because when I'm cooking that chicken, I want that chicken to sizzle and I don't want my chicken to boil. When your chicken sizzle, when you put on that pan, you're going to hear sss. When it's boiling, you're going to hear grr, 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 grr. Okay? We want to hear that sss. Okay? So we're going to go ahead, we're going to pat it dry. Next, we're going to go ahead, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. And the reason why we're adding this is so that it can help the seasoning stick onto the chicken thighs. Then I got myself a nice lemon, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to maneuver it on the counter like that so it could get juicy. And when I squeeze it with my little lemon squeezer, you're going to see all the juice come out like shh. That's what we want. We want all the juice to come out. And when we roll it like that, it make it easier for the juice to come out. Because sometimes you get some lemons and they harder than a rock. You try to squeeze them things and, baby, you don't get not one single juice of lime, not one single lime juice, okay? So you want to make sure you roll it to make the juice come out easier. Then we went ahead and we put some of that juice in there. And this is going to be for flavor, but also for the smell. So your chicken don't smell like it just came from outside. You know what I'm talking about. You know how your kids be outside running all day and they come back home and they smell like outside? That's how I feel like chicken smell like when you don't put no lime, no vinegar, nothing in there. That's how it smells. So we also want to add it for that. Next, we're going to go ahead. We're going to add some Creole seasoning. We added 1 tablespoon of Creole seasoning, okay? We're going to go ahead. We're going to maneuver the chicken all around so it could make sure every piece of that chicken gets some of that Creole seasoning. That thing gonna speak to us in Creole when we done because it got that much seasoning in it. Then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add a little bit of black pepper. You could add how much you really want. You can't really go too wrong with the black pepper. If you don't want to add it, baby, then don't add it at all. That's your business. Next, we're going to go ahead. We're going to grab about 3 to 4 garlic cloves, depending on the size of your garlic cloves, okay? We're going to go ahead. We're going to mince them. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to take those garlic cloves and we're going to put them into the bowl with our chicken thighs. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to cut up some parsley. We're going to remove them from the stem. And then we're going to mince them just like we did the garlic. And we're going to put them in the bowl as well. Next, we're going to go ahead. We're going to grab some bell peppers and we're going to grab some onions. We're going to grab some bell peppers and onions so it can add some flavor to the chicken, okay? See here, I'm just going ahead and I'm making sure the chicken gets some of that garlic and some of that parsley and everything is well combined, all right? Next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some kicking chicken. I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of that. And then after, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix everything together. Every time we add a different spice, we're going to mix it all together. And don't worry, you guys, the bell peppers and onions is coming like I told y'all, okay? So we're going to go ahead. We're going to grab them. We're going to cut them up. You could use how much or how little you want. You can't really go wrong with this. So this is how much I'm using. I'm using green, yellow, and red because that's the colors I had in my house. And I'm using 1/2 of a onion, okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna mix all that so that onion flavor and that bell pepper flavor could get in that chicken, okay? Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put about 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and this is to give it a little bit of color. I don't want my stuff to look like too white. I want it to have a little tan, if you know what I mean, okay? So that's why I put the little paprika in there. But if you don't want to add it, baby, that's your business. All right. Next, I went ahead and I got a skillet. I put at medium high heat, 6-7. I added two tablespoons of butter, and I let that butter melt. Then, as you can see, I'm just going ahead and I'm putting my chicken right on that skillet so the chicken can sear, okay? And I'm using my big skillet Eddie, okay? All right, and then after that, we're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna let it cook on each side for 7 to 8 minutes. You want to make sure your chicken is cooked thoroughly, because baby, you don't want to give nobody no salmonella poisoning. Whoo child, you don't want that. Whoo child, once you do that, ain't nobody gonna eat at your house no more, friend. Who is done for you? It's over with. So you want to make sure that your food is really cooked, because baby, some people will overcook the chicken just to make sure the chicken is really cooked, but you ain't gotta do that, friend. If you think the chicken is done, just take it off and cut it. If you cut into it and it's white, baby, you good to go. If you cut into it and you see pink, baby, you better put that thing back on the skillet and let that skillet finish doing what it's doing to that chicken. Because, baby, don't give nobody no salmonella poisoning, baby. They never going to forget that. Baby, every time they see you, they going to say, oh, that's the salmonella girl. That's the salmonella boy. Last time I ate at his house, I almost died. I thought I seen Jesus. I almost did see Jesus, okay? So you want to make sure you let that chicken cook thoroughly, all right? 6 to 7 minutes on each side, okay, baby? And then cut it to make sure that it's really cooked, friend, okay? I'd rather get a chicken that's cut than a chicken that's not cut and it look good. Next thing you know, it's not cooked. Then on that same pan, I did not wash anything, okay, because we want that chicken flavor. I went ahead, I put 2 tablespoons of butter. Then I went ahead and I put some cut up onions, and I put up some minced garlic, okay, like 2 cloves of minced garlic. I'm mixing that all together so all the flavors could come and combine and make something special, okay? You want to make something very special. You know, when things combine, different things combine, they make something special. You ever seen like a white and a black child that's together, like a mixed child? They look so pretty, child. That's how it is. When nice things mix together, they make beautiful things, okay? All right. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to grab the Pinot Grigio that I got from Walgreens for the $6.99. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to add a half a cup of that into there, okay? We're going to go ahead. We're going to mix that. You're going to put a half a cup of that. Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to drink the rest of the bottle, friend. Whoo, I'm telling you, after you do that, the food going to taste so good. I'm trying to tell you. All right. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to let that simmer up. We're going to let that Pinot Grigio cook on there, you know, as you cook and make sure you clean. You see me wiping down my area or whatever, and I still missed that one little spot, but I ain't see it, but that's my business, okay? But yeah, make sure you cook and clean and cook, so you don't got a lot of dishes left in the sink when you done cooking, and so that your area can look, you know, decent and presentable, okay? Then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add a half a cup of heavy whipping cream, and we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna mix that into the Pinot Grigio mixture, and we're gonna just make them all become one together. They getting married tonight, they gonna become one as a unit, all right? Make sure you let them combine. You give them a little bit of time, and you let them combine, and you let them become one as a unit. I always tell you guys, time is a recipe. Time is an ingredient, okay? So make sure you give it some time, okay? Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to add our Parmesan Romano cheese. And I added 2 tablespoons, and I added 1 teaspoon of salt so we could get that thing a little good flavor. Then I went ahead and I added 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. You're going to see me put it on the side. And then we're going to just go ahead. We're going to mix everything together. And we're going to let everything come together and do what it's supposed to do and marry each other. Okay? Like that. You see it simmer, okay? Just like that, friend. Then there go the little garlic powder I told you I added, okay? And I'm just going ahead and I'm mixing that all over as well. And then after that, friend, you want to let it simmer down. You want to let it simmer for like 2 to 3 minutes, okay? Until everything is well combined, okay? You could take a little bit of it and you could taste it for taste, you know, to see if it need more salt or whatever, okay? But if you follow this recipe, baby, you don't need to do nothing because it's going to be perfect. All right? Then we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna grab some black pepper, and I'm put a little bit of black pepper in there. I know when y'all seen that container, y'all said, "Oh, Fred, that container empty." Go ahead, girl. You know you might need to go ahead and put that in the trash. But friend, they did what it was supposed to do. It still had a little bit in there. Okay, it still had a little bit in there. I don't pay my hard money for this, my hard-earned working money for this. I'm gonna use all of it. Okay, I might need to open the container and take the little bit inside out. That's my business. Okay, that's my business. Okay, because I'm gonna use it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of parsley in there. You guys, you know I love my little parsley as a garnish to make it look pretty, to give a nice little taste as well. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna let everything simmer up like that, and when it's done, we're gonna turn down the heat real low, and we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add our pan seared chicken. Ooh, child, we're gonna add the chicken like that, just like that. Then this is the sauce that have got into the the plate after I have put the chicken on the plate from it being seared. I went ahead and I'm using that as well because, you know, that got some flavor in there. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to put that in there. And I'm just going to mix it into the white creamy sauce, okay? Give that thing some color. Give that thing some flavor, child. Ooh, just like that. Okay, friend? Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to grab some parsley. We're going to put some parsley at the top of that chicken for a garnish because, you know, parsley make everything look good. You put a little bit of green on there. That thing going to look real good, okay? Put a little bit of parsley on there, and baby, after you put that little parsley on there, baby, that's it. There you have it. It don't get no better than that. There you have it. Look at that chicken, child. Woo. Baby, that chicken know it's looking good. Woo, child. And you could serve this with some white rice. You could serve this with some mashed potatoes. You could serve this with some yellow rice. Friend, you could serve this with just about everything. Everybody at your house, every neighbor, everybody you give to gonna be licking their 5 little fingers eating this chicken. I'm trying to tell you, that chicken gonna be kicking. Ooh, child. Ooh, I'm telling you, child. This thing is so good. Child, you got to try it out yourself to see. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Until next time.